Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do something that has been long awaited for. This is something that has been asked for me to do for a long time, and I have dodged that bullet until today. Today is the first time ever that I'm going to do an official declutter. Of course, I have given things away out of my collection and things like that, but never a declutter, not once. This is going to be a massive declutter. I know I have way too many things, but I also know once I declutter, I'll get more eventually because that's why I do YouTube videos. As a disclaimer, as I've learned from other channels, I better get this out of the way, and this will be on all the videos. Is don't ask me for makeup. There's a few things that are going to happen with this declutter. And first and foremost, I have daughters and they are looking forward to this declutter. So they will be able to just go shopping in my declutter. If it's gone bad, it's being chucked. It's going away. I don't want anybody to get a hold of that. And of course, there's just friends and family that also will be able to reap the benefits and enjoy some of this makeup. All of this will not go to waste. There are some things that I may put for sale. Another thing that I would like to insert in here also is that if I get anything in PR, I will not sell that, but I may still pass that on to somebody else to get the enjoyment from it. Okay. Now that we got all of that squared away, today's video is going to be foundations, concealers, and eye bases. So that is what we're going to start this whole collection off with. And I would just say,
please, no judgment. I'd appreciate no judgment.
All right. And if you're new here, please subscribe because I would love to have you a part of my family here on the YouTube. So please hit the little button down there and stay around. Let's just jump right in. Let's feet first, head first, whatever. Let's just jump in. Okay, guys, here we go. I don't know why this makes me so nervous because I literally love these videos. These are my foundations. And some color correctors are in here. All right, Wayne Goss, this foundation is amazing. I love it. It is staying in my collection. It is shade 9, the Luxury Cream Foundation. This is great stuff, you guys. I just don't know what to tell you. I love it. And I do use it often, so I won't put my finger in there because of the fingernails. But yeah, I do enjoy this. As you can see, there's a big dent in it. So that is definitely staying. We'll pull out these here. These are the Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigments. I have these to mix in if I have the wrong color. I can warm up with these here. I can cool it down with this one here, and I can lighten it with the white, and I do use these very often. I don't use these two very often, but I use these all the time. So those are keep. Okay, these are still in boxes. This one here has been used. It is the wrong color, so we are going to be getting rid of this. It is just not the right color. I kept it in the box so that I could pass it on. This is a backup of another foundation. I was able to get this very, very inexpensively, and so I picked it up as a backup because I already have this in my collection and I do enjoy it. It's a little bit too light for me during the summer, but it is a winter foundation for me and I do like it a lot. And it's an expensive foundation, so when you can get it super cheap, you pick it up. This is it in the bottle that I am currently using on and off. It is in shade BD21, so it's a nice little foundation. I love to watch other people's declutters to see what they like and they don't like, what they're getting rid of and what they're keeping. Just so you know, I have extremely dry skin. I have mature skin. I'm over 40. I have some rosacea. I have dry patches. I have some hyperpigmentation and some dark spots that I also am working on. So that's what my skin type is like. If you're kind of looking for more purchasing, some people like the declutter. Some people like to watch these to find out what to buy and what not to buy. So just so you know, my skin type. Okay, and then let's go in and let's just show this one here. I got this in a travel size. It's the Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer. Just like this very, very much. So this is being decluttered. This here, I do use it, but I don't use it all over my face. Sometimes if I wear like a serum foundation and I need a little bit more coverage, this one blends really well with my serum foundations to cover kind of the red areas on my face where I do have some rosacea and some you know, reddening of the cheeks and stuff like that. It does like to cover up in that area, but I do have other things that I can use instead of this one. And this one, it just does get messy around the nozzle. So I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. Okay, this is the Juvia's Place foundation. I have used it a few times, not enough times to really give it 100% no-go, but it's not my favorite. It definitely is not radiant. It's just a lighter matte. Is what I would call it. Their original is super matte, and this is just a lighter matte. But I am going to give this a go. I would say also, if you go to buy this, just know that I've only used this a few times, and there's not very much foundation in here. This is in shade Alexandra, but just know that there's just not very much foundation in this for what you pay for. So buyer beware. The original Juvia's Place foundation, awful for dry skin. It is so thick, so matte. Like, I just don't even know what to do with this. This is in Bali. I think this was a little too light for me as well. And I have an olive skin tone, and it's more to the cooler neutral side of olive. It's really hard for me to find foundations that match up, but usually I use my color correctors and I can kind of make it work. But this was just an odd shade and super thick, super matte. It's just not for me. It's a declutter. Love this though. Love the Yves Saint Laurent Bare Look Tint Foundation. Oh, I got this earlier in the year, and I really enjoy this foundation. I do have to moisturize with it, so it can, you know, accentuate dryness if you're super dry and you don't moisturize. But if you moisturize and you prime, this is a beautiful foundation, and I really enjoy it. That's a keep. This, don't believe the hype. It is just, if you have dry skin, this is not for you. This Blur foundation looks awful on my face, and it also does not apply well. Like, if you use a sponge, I don't use brushes. I've used it with my hands, and this will not apply to my face without moving around and looking patchy. It is so hard to get an even coat over my face, but then whenever you do, it still does not wear well and it does not look good. So this is definitely going in the declutter. These two here, one's a little darker, one's a little lighter. I use both of them together to make the correct shade for me. And so these are a keep. I absolutely love this foundation. This is a repurchase. I have used up one, and now this is my second repurchase. Great for dry skin. It is not a high coverage. I like a little bit of natural skin that shines through, and as long as it covers some of my redness and dark spots and stuff like that, this is the kind of foundation that I really do enjoy. It says that it's a gel, but I really don't feel like it's a gel at all. I just think of more of like a serum, really. So the two colors that I have are fair and beige, and I mix these together, and it actually works really well. The other thing that I like about serums and these types of foundations is, like the skin tints, is that honestly, it doesn't matter if I don't have an olive. It's like it takes my skin tone and it adds these along with it to kind of even it out, and it just really doesn't turn out so noticeable that it's different skin tone as what I have, since my skin shines through. So I do enjoy this type of foundation, and then it leaves my skin looking pretty hydrated. I just really enjoy it. Of course, also, I guess you should know that I do not powder and I do not typically wear concealer. And so if you are somebody that powders your face every time, also you wear concealer every time, just take that in consideration, because I do not do either of those. Talking about serum foundations, this is one of my favorite. Oh my goodness, I love the Flower Get Real Serum Foundation. It is getting harder and harder to find, and I do not know why. I hope they do not discontinue this. The only thing I would say is, for whatever reason, I got the exact same color in the same foundation, exact same, and it's darker than my previous one. So that was a little annoying. This is the Natural Beige M1, and yeah, it's a little darker, so I'm kind of want to get a lighter one and maybe mix it in with this one. This is a great foundation for mature skin, and for somebody that just doesn't want a super high coverage. You want it to look like your skin, but better. Just love it. Finally, I find some olive tone foundations, and this is with Glam Shop. Okay, so this is Olive 2 and Olive 1, and As much as I do like the colors, and mainly if I mix these two together, the problem is, and I have both here, I have the Buildable Coverage Foundation, and then I also have the Illuminating Foundation, and both of them are still too matte for me. And so they're too thick, too matte, and I don't like the way that it sits on my skin. So for that reason only, these are both going to be decluttered and passed on to somebody else that will wear them and enjoy them. But unfortunately, even though they're olive, the formula is just not for me. So since we're going 2 by 2, these are two different colors. This is 3.7 Champagne and 4.0 Fawn, and these are Tom Ford foundation sticks. Usually foundation sticks are super thick and heavy and full coverage and all that jazz. These are beautiful on mature skin, and if you have dry skin, they work amazingly. These are so good. There is one that's a little darker than the other, so I'm going to just put a little, and so I do mix these, and that's why there's two. Yeah, this one is really my color that works the best, is Fawn. This other one's a little too dark, but if I mix them together in the summer, they look really good together. And I wear this one by itself in the winter, and then I mix a little bit of this with this in the summer. Those are keeps. This is old, and I don't even know how long I've had it. I never use it. It's a foundation stick. It looks like it's about to fall out. It's in medium 1.5. I guess it has a sponge on this side, but yeah, this is probably going in the trash because it was just stuck way back and ignored, and I've probably been here the whole since I've had my YouTube, just saying. Here is another foundation stick. I really didn't use this much, and it looks really dark. I think I got it to do contour, actually, and I never do that. So we're just going to declutter this because the purpose in which I got it for, I don't do. So I don't know why I do that to myself, but let's just go ahead and declutter that. This one here was like one of the first high-end foundations that I ever got. This one is actually getting pretty low. I'm probably going to be at the end of it, and it actually is a repurchase. When I first got it, I used up the whole one, and then I repurchased another one. I really do enjoy this foundation, and I'm still going to use it until it's gone because I do enjoy it. This one here is not my best skin ever. Let's just put that right out there right now. The Sephora Best Skin Ever, I heard people rave about this foundation and how fantastic it was. Nope, not for me. Not my best skin ever. I would probably say it's my best skin never. This one's being decluttered, if you didn't already know. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I don't use this very often. It does give a little bit higher coverage than what I am used to, but sometimes I want that. I do use it from time to time. I don't use it a whole lot, but I think I'm going to keep it this time. The Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. You know, foundation companies, they win one over on me every single time whenever they say hydrate because my skin is so dry. But then I totally ignored that it says conceal, which tells me way too high coverage, Deb. Don't pick it up. But I picked it up, and yeah, this is too thick, too high coverage. No, absolutely not, because I don't care how much moisture's in it. Super high coverage foundation just makes me look 10 times older. So this is a no-go. Declutter. Kosas. This looks beautiful on my skin, but I cannot stand the smell of it. It burns my nostrils. So if I breathe it in, it literally burns inside my nose, and it does not go away very easily. It stays smelling. So I don't know. This is a maybe. I'm going to have to put it in the maybe pile because I really haven't used it much. And honestly, it's the smell that keeps me from picking it up every time, but I just don't know. So I'm just going to set it off to the side here. This is it's in 3.5. Oh, by the way, the Kosas is in shade Light Neutral Olive 160. This one here, it is the EX1 foundation, and I got it in shade 3.5. Too dark and too warm for me. It's a no-go. It's going into declutter. The Woma foundation I have in shade Honey Honey T2C. Too warm and too dark for me, and so I really didn't get to try these out too much because they just looked awful on my face, so I didn't get to like wear test them. I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. Back to Kosas. I had to put some on my hand, and honestly, I hate to do this because I really would like to wear it more often, but I'm going to have to declutter it. It really just burns my nose every time I smell it, and it is so strong. If it wasn't so strong, maybe I could get away with it, but it's so strong and it burns, and I'll just pass it on to somebody else that it doesn't do that to. Okay, so I have a total of 30 foundations, and that's a lot. 30 foundations, but that's also including the 4 mixing pigments. And so I am keeping 16 and decluttering 14. So that is pretty good, almost half of my foundations. So I feel pretty good about that. The next one, I promise, is going to be super quick. Okay, on to concealers. Told you I don't wear concealer, but there is a reason why I do have concealers, because I spot treat sometimes. Sometimes I have a little pimple that pops up or something like that. And like I said, I do have those hyperpigmentation dark spots on my face also that I like to conceal. I've had this one forever. It's super, super light, but I got it in a Jeffree Star mystery box a long time ago whenever I was buying Jeffree Star, which I am not anymore, but I did get this. It's in a cute container. There's quite a bit gone, actually. I can see the concealer that is worn away from the container getting a little bit lower on this. It's super light, so it's really hard to use this, but I'm going to keep it because, like I said, just sometimes need it to spot treat. This, though, oh my goodness, it's way too expensive for me to buy by itself. But I got this on super sale one time, and it is the Lila B concealer, and this is my favorite for spot treating. Oh my goodness, it is so good. It's the Be Vibrant Virtuous Veil Concealer and Eye Primer. So you could use this as an eye primer as well, and I have not done that yet. But it's these cute, it's like ceramic. It's really heavy, and it looks like a rock, and I love that. And you slide the lid open like that there, and then the product is right like that. Yes, 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 I'm keeping this. Also keeping the Jeffree Star. This here is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I was recommended to try this out on one of my live streams. A really amazing creator named Cecily was there, and she said to try out this concealer and that people also use it as foundation. Like, this is really good. So if I want to do a high full coverage face and I want to wear concealer, or if I have really dark circles, I absolutely will wear this. So I will keep this, and I will continue to wear this because I do like it. All right, we're done with concealers. On to face primers. I don't have very many of the face primers, but let's go through them and talk about them and kind of figure out what we're going to declutter. I think I'll probably be decluttering more than you would imagine. So let's start with this. I love this. I got it in a small travel size. Beginning of this year, I picked up the full size, the first VIP sale of the year. I do enjoy this. It is not hydrating, I don't think. It's hydro, but I don't think it's that hydrating. But I put it over my moisturized face and put on foundation, and it works beautifully. That's a keep. This is the RMS Beauty. I got this on clearance, and it is the Radiance Locking Primer. It's really good. I mean, I don't reach for this one as much, but I still use it, and so I will continue to keep this in my collection and still give it a go. This here I got at Christmas time and haven't used it very much, but this is the Color Correcting Smashbox Anti-Redness Primer, and so I'm try this out and see if this works well with my skin. So I will be keeping hold of this. This is the Catrice Fresh It Up Moisturizing Boosting Primer, and this Nikki Raven gave to me in a box that she sent me of things to try that she likes, and I have been using this and I really do enjoy it, and so I am going to be keeping hold of that. All right, so the Flower In Your Prime Hydrating Primer. I don't care for this. This one, it's okay. I just don't feel like it does anything. I feel like I could just put moisturizer on it. It would do the same as what this primer would do. So declutter. The Cover FX Blurring Primer. This has probably been in my collection since I started my YouTube channel. So this for sure is going in the trash to declutter. The NYX Marshmallow Primer is amazing. I love this primer. You guys, it is so, so good. It has kind of a sweet smell to it, but not overpowering, and it works so well on the skin. It feels nice. It works good with mature skin. It works good with dry skin. It's really, really good stuff. So it is worth the hype. Keeping that. The Bobbi Brown Primer Face Base. Don't care for this. Again, it's less of a base and more of just a moisturizer. Honestly, not even a really good moisturizer either. I don't care for it, so I'll get rid of that. Pass it on. Somebody else that wants to give it a try. This is the Ordinary High Spreadability Fluid Primer. I really haven't had the chance to try this out very much, and so I'm going to keep a hold of it. So far, I don't even really know because it hasn't made an impression on me, so I haven't used it that much to really know what to tell you about it. Keeping a hold of it, going to still be trying this out. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Instant Soft Beauty Flash. I do like to have this to mix and make something more luminous, but I always forget I have it, and I hardly ever use it. But what I'm going to do, since I am decluttering so much foundations, I was going to declutter this, but I think I'm going to hold on to it, and maybe I will notice it more. So I will keep a hold of this and play around with it for a little bit longer. Okay, so out of 10 face primers, I'm going to keep 7 and declutter 3. I did okay. So on to eyeshadow primers. I don't have that many, and some of these are like white primer sticks. Really, I already know the ones I use and I don't use. I am going to probably keep a hold of one of these white sticks. Yeah, that one works still really well. I think I'll keep the MAC white stick, so we'll keep that one, and we'll get rid of the Mayron because I know the Mayron's pretty old. Oh no, it's really good still. Okay, I'll pass that on, but yeah, it gets really messy. I've used it for like Halloween and stuff like that, but we'll declutter the Mayron and keep the MAC. This is my holy grail. I absolutely love this. It works so well with almost every single formula of eyeshadow that I ever try. So we're keeping that. Hourglass. This is a really good hydrating eye primer, and it's kind of like, it's a little mousse feeling like, and it has a little bit of color to it. This is in Veil, and I really enjoy it. I like it a lot. It doesn't have any type of grip or anything like that to it, so you wouldn't want to use this for anything that you needed to grip to any type of pigment. But if you're doing a more natural look or something like that, this base is a really good one for that. NATASHA Denona Eye Base. I really do like this one. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but it is a really nice eye base, and it's just good to kind of switch it out and use this alongside of the other two that I use on a regular basis, so I will be keeping this one. Goddard Cosmetics. I'm not a fan. I know so many people hyped up this concealer, and I just do not like it at all. Like how concealer does to my under eyes, this did to my lids. It just wrinkled them up, didn't work well with eyeshadow. Products work different for everybody, and it just depends. And for me, this was not a good option. Like it just did not work good for me. And I think this is pretty much a full, yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit left in there, so I will pass this on. This Nikki also sent to me, and this is the Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer through Catrice, and it is mattifying, but it is a gripping primer. So if you need a really good gripping eye primer, this is your gal. So I'm keeping that. This is the MAC Paint Pot. I used to have a lot of these in different colors and stuff like that, and I'm just down to this one because I've decluttered the rest. This one is in soft ochre. And it looks like that there, and I'm just going to pass this on because I never ever reach for this anymore. And then I just have this small little travel size eyeshadow primer potion from Urban Decay, and I just don't reach for this either, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter it also. So I'm going to declutter 4 out of the 9, and I'm going to keep 5, so not too bad. Almost half. Okay, now we are on glitter glues. And so glitter gel, glitter glue, eye bases, I kind of clumped all in together. I know where I can start first because y'all know if you've ever been on my channel. We're going to keep this. This is the Death and Candy Liquid Life Gel. You can use this as face primer, eye primer. You can use it to mix in glitters, to make glitter gels. You can do just about anything with this. It dries down, keeps your shimmers from creasing. It keeps your glitters from moving around on your eyes. It's amazing stuff. I honestly don't want to tell you how many of these big jars I've been through. Because somebody says this is a lifetime jar of it, and it's not. I've probably went through 4 of these. Or maybe more. I don't want to talk about it. But we're keeping this. This is by Lily Posh. I don't really use their brand on my channel anymore, but this is, it's like a putty type base. You could use it on your face if you wanted to, but it's kind of like a putty like form. We're gonna go ahead and declutter that. And while we're at it, this is just a smaller size of the same stuff, and we'll go ahead and declutter that one as well. This is almost gone. You can see it works really well. This is called Stuck Up Glitter Glue, and it was with the Sadia Slay collection. Came with a a palette. It was like a collaboration palette. I think I still have that palette. I'm not sure. But this came with it, and I've been using it. A lot of times I'll use it to like swatch a glitter on my hand or something like that because I know it is getting older. But I think it's time to just let it go. So we're going to go ahead and declutter it. This is my favorite glitter glue. I'm working through this one and I do have a backup, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and toss this one because it is getting very old and it's time for my backup. So I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of the one that is almost gone and go ahead and start on the new one. This is the Unearthly Cosmetics Glimmer Grass, and this one did not work well for me for glimmers or shimmers or foils or anything like that. It creased really, really badly for me, and I tried it in different ways, and I love the packaging though. Can we talk about the holographic packaging? It's just amazing. But yeah, I am going to go ahead and pass this along to somebody else so that they can give this a go. And then I have the Nomad Cosmetics Cruelty-Free Beauty Glitter. Can we talk about the holographic packaging? You just win me every time. This is a really, really good glitter glue as well. I'm going to use my Too Faced, and I have my Death and Candy Liquid Life. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this on along also. Then I have the Lit Glitter Base, and this works. It's more of a liquid. This here I love to use for my rhinestones looks. Actually, if we just want to talk about it, let's just keep going here. There is the Anastasia glitter adhesive, and then it's almost gone. I'll go ahead and, this is the Wednesday Cosmetics, and this one's almost gone, so I'll go ahead and pass this on to somebody else, and then I'll keep these two. I'll keep the Lit and the Anastasia glitter adhesive. These are liquids, and they work so good for the rhinestones. Wow, I did really, really good on these. I had a total of 11, and I'm going to keep 4, and I'm decluttering 7. Wow, I did really good. So on to the next. Okay, I would like absolutely no judgment. Okay, so these are all of my eye bases that are colored, and some of these are not like eye bases either, so I just threw them in there because I really didn't know where to put them. These are all P. Louise here, and then these are Color Fix from Devinah Cosmetics, which can be eyeshadow or anything like that for your eye base. You can use it as a base, you can use it as shadow, you can use it on your lips, your cheeks, so it's multi-purpose. This is a Glam Shop color eye base, and then these are Haas Labs, which is kind of a multi-purpose as well. I have used them in the waterline. You can use them as eyeshadow bases on your lips and things like that as well. These here you can use as liners really well. They're more thicker, and the ones with the octagon lids are more like a liner, and so you can use this as liners or as eye bases. And then these are eye bases, but they are more thinner, but I have also used those as liners in my eyes as well. I don't do it as often, but I do it on occasion if there's a certain color that I don't have in a liner and I want to use a P. Louise base. And anytime you use a cream like these as liners, they are just so much more brighter than using a pencil. Let's get through these. I don't think I'm going to be decluttering much of any of them, so there's that. I'm just showing you my collection. Okay, so this is the P. Louise base. This is in Mellow Mustard. It is a really, really cool little mustardy yellow color. I might as well tell you, I'm probably going to keep all of these. I'm 99% sure. Another one that I use as a liner as well, and this one is in However You Choose to Snack on This Product. It is always a delicious finish. And that is what the name is. I'm just saying. That whole thing was right there in the name. So there's that one. This one is in Nitro. This one is in Ecstasy. Plummy purple. It's eggplant purple probably. And this one is in Sweet and Sour. This one is in Raver. Bright pink. This one is in Rude Boy Red. It's kind of a pinky red. This one is called Ot Orange. It's a darker reddish orange. This one is Summer Blues. It's kind of like a periwinkle blue. This one is Touch of Frost. Vivid Violet. Yes, Avenue Yellow. Orangey yellow. I could probably give this one away. I doubt I'm going to use it. Oh, could I declutter one? This is a shade of orange that does not look good on me, so I don't even think I would wear it as a eye base or an eyeliner. I think I'm going to declutter it. Wow, I just did not see that happening. Okay, this one is in Hint of Mint. This is in Winter Rose. This one is in Black. Use this a lot. And this one is in Rumor Zero White. You know what? I could probably declutter this one as well. This is Rumor 02. It's more of just like a skin-colored base. So I think I'll go ahead and declutter this. Wow, 2. I am just blowing my own mind right now. These are the House Labs. I have one in Citrine Matte, and the other one is in Fuchsia Matte. We're going to keep both of those. We have 2 Danessa Myricks Color Fix Mattes. We're going to keep both of these as well. I've had other ones and I've given them away already, so I'm going to keep these 2. And then we have the Glam Shop Purple, and I have not even got a chance to use this yet, so I'm definitely keeping this. And this is in purple. Go figure. Okay, so yeah, I didn't do so well this time, but I did a lot better than what I expected. So, okay, so I had 22 total. I'm decluttering 2 and keeping 20. But they all serve a purpose, okay? Why do I feel like I need to explain? But they serve a purpose. All right, we completed the first round, you guys. I'm telling you, this is going to be massive. I hope you're here for all of the declutters. I have a lot of stuff. It's been years, you guys. So total, out of everything that we went through, 85 products in total, okay? Of foundations, eye bases, primers, and out of the 85, this is keep. I'm going to keep 55 and I'm going to declutter 30. I don't think that's too bad. I can live with that. I'm getting rid of 30 items out of my collection and I feel pretty good about it. So that is the first one down. Tell me down below if you're enjoying this. Let me know if there's anything that surprised you in my declutter. And if you're new here, say hello down in the comments section. I would love to meet you. I hope that you decide to stick around and I would love to have you a part of the family here. So that is going to be it for today, you guys. And until I see you next time, may glitter catch your eye, but never go in it. Have a blessed day, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.